The Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has responded to those calling for him to halt demolitions in the FCT, saying that no amount of blackmail will stop the demolition exercise. Well, on Wednesday, Senator representing Kogi Central, Natasha Udwaha, urged Senate President Godswill Akpabio to intervene and to stop the demolition of Paul Osa Ogebo Estate in Abuja.
My point of order is on Order 1B, which is slight amendment to the practice and procedure of the Senate, because it hinges on a matter of public urgent importance. It has to do with the ongoing demolition of an estate owned by Paul Osa in Abuja, that the Minister of FCT has recently ordered the demolition of the estate. And we have seen on social media and on the news that the big cries of the indigents, that the residents of that estate. So, sir, we appreciate if you can quickly grant this prayer. One, urge the FCT administration to halt the ongoing demolition of the said property, as it does not fall within the purview of the reasons from the massive demolition being carried on presently.
While speaking during the distribution of operational vehicles to security agencies at the FCTA Secretariat on Thursday, Wike said the structures being demolished are properties illegally built on government land.
But let me use this opportunity to tell Nigerians and residents of Abuja, we are not afraid of blackmail. In fact, you cannot be in this kind of position if so you will not be blackmailed, particularly as regards this Abuja. There are so many land grabbers. Some of us have come to put our feet down. Let heaven fall. It is even better that heaven comes down now, so I will not be fasting again to go to heaven. We will stop anybody who thinks that he can take government land for whatever we without formal approval. We will not look at your face. If you like, you can be a civil rights activist. If you like, you can be a television talker. What is wrong. No amount of blackmail can stop us. People take government property without approval, without document.
You can be a television talker. I mean, I don't know the television talkers that he's referring to. He's saying that no amount of blackmail will stop him, really. Plenty land grabbers. Dr. Abati, before I come to you in the same vein.
I want to talk as a television talker.
We'll talk back at you. You will.
Oh, yeah.
In the same vein, Senator representing the Federal Capital Territory, Ireti Kingibe, on Thursday, walked out of the Senate chamber after Senate President Godswill Akpabio refused to entertain her motion over the FCT demolitions. Well, on Wednesday, Kingibe had notified the Senate of her motion to probe the ongoing demolition, and it was agreed that the matter would be discussed the following day. Let's take a look at that conversation.
But please
Senate President, distinguished colleagues.
Start with a slight apology to your colleagues for walking out on them.
No, sir.
Then we have a problem there. If you are not humble enough,
I apologize to my colleagues for working out.
If you are not humble enough to apologize to your colleagues,
I apologize to my colleagues
for working out. Then you
now,
will move the
added
motion.
to that, my colleagues, I expect fairness in the Senate for everybody. Concessions are given to other people. I expect them to be given to me also when it is needed. I apologize if you did not like how I lost my temper, but I was expecting
your apology
this to
is
happen
accepted.
today.
Proceed to move your motion.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Reti Kingibe there. I mean, she had every right to be angry. She's representing the people of the Federal Capital Territory. It's good that, she stood her ground at first and then the motion was held. Well, sequel to that motion, the Senate had asked the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, to halt the demolitions in the nation's capital, except those that have been ordered by the court. Dr. Abati, I know you had a guest earlier today, and he presented, different facts, especially as it regards to the Ogebo estate in Abuja.
Well, I mean, what Oladere Olayinka tried to do was to present another side of the story.
Yes.
To say that everything that is principal, in this case, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has been lawful, has been in order, and that if you look at the life camp, the Paul of Gbebo estate, that they do not have the relevant documents, and that most of the other people do not have documents. You've shown us a video of the minister himself saying that most of the people in the Federal Capital Territory are land grabbers, including television talkers. Well, I hope those television talkers are persons that he knows and that he will be able to identify them appropriately. But that's on the lighter side. But the thing to do is to commend Senator Natasha Uduaghan, who raised a point of order to draw attention to the matter, and to also commend Senator Ireti Kingibe to say that, look, this is a matter that affects my constituency directly. Senator Natasha said this is a matter of urgent national importance. Senator Ireti Kingibe said that, look, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory is acting ultra vires. When it was disclosed that they were going to demolish or intervene in the matter of properties, land allocations in the Federal Capital Territory, that the minister has said illegal structures, but that the properties being demolished now are not even with court orders. So these are very serious issues. And now the same Senate, after all the drama about our walking out, about our not being allowed to talk, for reasons best known to the Senate, when we were not on the floor of the Senate. The Senate has now said the FCT should halt further demolitions. Yes. We hope that the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory will listen to the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Both Senators Uduaghan and Senator Kingibe, asking the Senate of the Federal Republic to play an oversight role. And now they have set up a committee, an ad hoc committee led by Deputy Senate President Senator Barau, to look into the matter, to investigate. And I hope that the Minister of the Federal Republic will pay attention to this and say, we'll look anybody in the face, even if the heavens will fall. Well, he has a bounden duty to be responsible to the people of Nigeria. Absolutely. And when he's summoned, I hope he will not say that the president sent him on an assignment and he will not come and explain. Because as we said previously on this program, this is about land, this is about investment, this is about property. This is something that can send the wrong signal to other persons who may want to invest either in the Federal Capital Territory or in other parts. The Minister of the FCT owes us a duty when he is summoned, as they say they will summon him, to offer proper explanation. And nobody should come up with the harebrained explanation that, Senator Kingibe is raising this issue because Minister Wike has said he doesn't recognize her. Well, Wike not recognizing her is completely neither here nor there. She's not representing Wike in the Senate. She's representing the people of the Federal Capital Territory. Absolutely. And she was duly elected. Absolutely. And she is doing her duty by saying, look, this matter affects my constituency and I must be heard. Perfect. It is important that she and other concerned persons are heard.
Perfect. Dr. Abati, you said you wanted to respond.
You give me time.
Who do you want to respond to? How many?
Very violent.
Is it to Wike? Or,
all of the above.
Go ahead.
All of these guys.
Okay. These guys, you can't say these guys on TV. You have to actually say the person you are referring to. Or
are you my senior colleague?
I'm just saying.
Are you my senior colleague? You want to teach me my job on air?
Such on television. Rufai, be cautious.
My senior, Oji is my senior colleague.
Go ahead.
Oji, I feel there's a big matter here. And I'm going to point out some points. At first, Wike, we know he talks in the manner he talks, but it's very disrespectful of people. And I think we expect more. Please, Dr. Abati, you served in cabinet. Did they have a ministerial conduct book?
They have a retreat, I'm sure they
No, a ministerial conduct book on how a minister should speak. in public.
You have a monitoring and evaluation unit.
No, I think they should have a conduct
Currently,
book. Guidelines for the things ministers should
correct.
I think they should put a book so that you should have a ministerial conduct book rule. That's that on that. But I have a big problem. I'm not siding with Madam Metalori Weber on everything. I deliberately asked Larry Olayinka a couple of questions. Number one, when did the FCT write Madam Rita Lori that they've revoked the land? He told us the dates. The question is, what was the process behind selling that place to Chinda's company and allocating it to Chinda's company? What was the due process follows? Why was it a company that had Chinda's interest in there? Why wasn't she informed of first of right to freedom that we are reallocated it to this person and he was about to pay already?
Yes.
What happened in that deal of allocating that place to Chinda's company? Secondly, what is the modus operandi of the ministers allocating land? Is that his discretion? Was there a bidding process?
Was there a bidding process?
Was there a tenders process? Yeah. I think those are the things we should look at. Yes, you might say they've not been able to perfect their papers and all of that. You give them a threshold and everything. But before you sell something, there should be a right of first refusal. Or, like you said, timelines that, okay, the next 1 or 2 weeks. And another part was citing the law of equity, like you were talking about. Yes. That if you go to court, these people have been there for a while, over 40 years, and you have not come to claim. And then the third thing we should ask the minister is, why the rush? Why all of a sudden? The next place is port of call on that. Because see, Life Camp, yes, he said they allocated them to company, but it had become a convention. I knew people that built there that have sold their own place. It's not only one company. It was all those construction companies were given Life Camp. So why all of a sudden that something that was there for a while and that we had come to know that Life Camp was because of this construction company? And see, they didn't only just give them that land. They developed it. It was this construction company put together that developed it. So what happened in that middle? So I think these are the questions we should ask. What was the modus operandi of even selling it to interest? Did he bid for, did he open tender and everything?
But I think
that should be part of the investigation.
I think the matter is so unfortunate now because I heard your guest saying that, they're not, whether she comes back to apply for the land, they're not going to give her the land. They only gave her,
sold it at her back.
20 months.
Was that
enough time?
Oh, they just sent her a letter to say.
What was the remainder of the conversation?
They didn't even give her notice when they bought.
Right.
They just sent her a letter saying they've revoked because somebody else have paid for it.
Right.
So at least I was able to force Larry Olayinka to say that on national TV.
Yeah.
That somebody had paid for it at their back without informing the woman.
Well, Dr. Abati, I guess she can go to court. Yes? Yes, I
Yeah,
guess.
the point I was making earlier, even with Larry Olayinka, is that under the law of property, possession is 99% of the law. Somebody has taken your land for 40 years, if indeed it's your land, and had developed it. And then you come back as the Nigerian government 40 years later, where the principle in equity is that equity does not aid in the indolent.
All right.
If you sleep on your rights, the law of equity will find in favor of the other. But that's for the courts to determine.
And we'll continue to talk
on TV. So there will be equitable remedies involving this.
We'll continue
that's
to
why
talk
they should
on
go
TV.
to court. Go to court.
And we'll continue to talk on TV, Dr. Abati.
Like Madam Rita Lori asked for, President Tinubu, please let the court work.
All right. Well, all right.
Because when they say go to court in this country, it's like a mocking tone.
Well, all right.